Hi everybody. So we're going to look at conditions really quickly because conditions play a role in other videos. This is really basic, but for folks that maybe don't know how conditions work and are totally new to programming, I do have a playlist that I'm working on called Python Basics, where I'm essentially just going to go over every single topic, new topics that I learned, topics I already know. I'm just going to make videos about them. I'm going to try to do a longer version of a topic and then a short version of it. Anyways, check that out. It'll continually grow. So anyways, to jump into it, we have two variables, I and j. I'm going to change this I to 20, and then I'm going to reset all my outputs. So I'm going to click out of that cell, and then do Control Q, and that'll reset everything. Now, Control Q is specific to my Jupyter Notebook because I made that a keyboard shortcut. If you want to update your keyboard shortcuts, just go to Help and then Edit Keyboard Shortcuts. There's a command for resetting your outputs. So definitely check that out if you want to update that. So our first one is equals. So it checks the condition of these two variables and if they equal each other or not. In this case, they do, so we should get an output of true. Now let me run this first cell real quick, and then we'll run that again, and you'll see that we get the output of true. And now this one's pretty much the opposite, so not equals. We'll get an output of false. And then this is checking less than, so it says I is less than j. Is that true or false? And that, in this case, it is false. And then this one's the opposite, so it says I is greater than j, and that's false too because they both equal the same. And then this one is checking to see if they're less than or equal to. In this case, both those variables equal the same, so we'll get true. And this is greater than or equal to, and so we'll get true for this as well. Down here is just using the AND tool to allow us to check two conditions and then output a Boolean. So it'll check the first condition, so I equal 20, and then j is greater than 20. And so what we can do is we can also do I. So I is greater than j. So we can put, whatever conditions we want there. It'll check both, and then if both conditions are true, it'll output true. If both are false, it'll output false. And then it'll also do false. If false and true, it'll output false, and then true and false, it'll output false. Or is kind of the opposite of this. So and is both conditions need to be true for it to output true. Whereas or, it doesn't matter what condition, as long as it has true in it, it'll output true. But if it doesn't have any true, it'll output false. So in this case, I equals 20, and then it checks j is greater than I, which is not true. So we're going to get an output of false. But down here, we're going to get an output of true because I is equal to 20. And then we can say this too. We can say j is equal to or I is equal to j, and then we can put j is greater than I, and we'll get the same thing. We'll get true. So anyways, that's conditions. I just wanted to go over those really quickly and kind of show you what they are. If you saw other videos where I was talking about them, this will just give you a good rundown. Definitely check out other topics as well. And also feel free to download this video if you want to watch it not on YouTube. And then also if you want to play around with this Jupyter Notebook, it'll be in that folder as well. Just look for the OneDrive link and then just go to the folder and download this Jupyter Notebook and use it however way you want. But anyways, that's it for now. I will see you in the next video, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot.